look, there were people protesting very quietly the taking down of the statue of Robert E. Lee. I'm sure in that group there were some bad ones. The following day it looked like they had some rough, bad people, neo-Nazis, white nationalists, whatever you want to call them. But you had a lot of people in that group that were there to innocently protest and very legally protest.
Yamiche, we all heard in that video of the night before them chanting, "Jews will not replace us," chanting "blood and soil," an old Nazi chant. And there's some video of that night before where Donald Trump saw just peaceful people who have an affection for Robert E. Lee statues.
I mean, for me, what's been remarkable is that I've spent several hours talking to Republicans who are just so upset. I think that what's going on here is that you have a party that really was trying to give Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt. I talked to somebody today, because I'm writing a story about this, about the idea that that this Republican, kind of as soon as Donald Trump came down from the escalator and started calling Mexicans rapists and criminals, he said that I couldn't be part of this anymore, but I understood that my party was going to still back him, and I don't fault people who maybe gave him the benefit of the doubt. That said, today, it's really, in that Republican's words, it's really the day to make the decision. This is a more reckoning for the Republican Party, and for Republicans who watch the president basically say that neo-Nazis are almost the same thing as protesters as people who were protesting them. This was a group of people who advertised that this was going to be a rally for people who were pro-white. This was going to be a rally for people who were white nationalists. So let's give people the benefit of the doubt. Even if you were someone who wanted to go to the gathering because you're very upset about the statue and you're really into Confederate history, the moment that you got to that rally and you saw that people were chanting about Jews, chanting about African Americans, chanting about all the terrible things that the Ku Klux Klan and neo-Nazis are into, as soon as you saw that, if you did not leave, then you have then become complicit in that, and that you are no longer the nice person. The nice person card basically leaves and it's out the window because you showed up and stayed and marched with a torch with a group of people that were absolutely racist.
And Gene, the White House apparently is taken by surprise by the president suddenly pulling out of his pocket his statement from Saturday, which he obviously stepped up to that microphone today to defend. And I said on last night's program, after yesterday, when he said those things that were seen to be written for a kind of standard Republican presidential statement about these events, that the Nazis and the white supremacists would still be very grateful to him as president for holding out as long as Monday and not saying those things until Monday. And they would get a very clear signal from that kind of holding out that this was still their guy. And here we have the reviews tonight after this performance today from the white supremacists, David Duke and others, saying, "Thank you, Mr. President."
Sure, they got the signal clearly on Saturday. You're absolutely right that their reaction yesterday would have been, well, he managed to hold out for 2 days, and so he's still with us. But then today, just to make it clear, he took back everything he said yesterday and went back to his Saturday views. And Yamiche's colleagues in the New York Times, the White House reporters, have a fascinating story in the paper that's posted now that basically says White House staff was shocked to hear the president express publicly views that he had previously expressed privately. So this is it's not a secret to them, and it shouldn't have been a surprise. What he was saying, at least, maybe they were surprised that he actually said it.